and connect with your breath. You can place your right and left on your belly. And start tracing your breath. The contraction and the expansion in the belly, in the chest. Focusing on your breath is the simplest form of meditation you can find. It's always accessible. It's the best type because it's within you and to find the rhythm of your own body. Make sure you're sitting in a very tall and neutral spine. I think we can all sit at 1 inch taller, so try to sit up a little bit taller, chin down, and continue with your breathing. Hands to the heart center in a prayer position. And perhaps set an intention for your practice today. It could be a goal you're working towards, a long-term goal, or something short-term just maybe for today, depending on whatever you have to dedicate your energy and time today for this practice to your intention. So it could be anything. You can transform yourself and get closer and closer to this intention that you've set. So start taking a few very deep breaths in, out through the mouth. One more last time. Inhale in. Exhale out. Open your eyes. And let's start our practice. So we're going to start with warming up the spine because it's the most important thing in your practice. Let's come into a table. And we're going to start moving the spine in a contraction and an extension form. So we can do a few cat and cow. So inhale, round the spine up. And then exhale. And try to connect the breath with your movement. So inhale, exhale, round the back, going forward. And move at your own rhythm. We're just preparing the spine in the two different directions, so extension and contraction, flexion. And there's 6 ways your spine could move in. This is only 2. And wrists are feeling today. If you feel kind of tender in any areas, let's check in with your bodies and your breath. Right, and now we're going to, that is a lateral movement in the spine, which is side to side. So coming on the hands and knees again. So we're going to move this way. Come to center. So inhale, exhale, come to center. Inhale. Yes, the spine is moving in this lateral plane. So let's try this a few more times. And the last 2 movements are the twisting action or the torsion of the spine. So like this. So we're going to come again on your hands and knees. Bring your left hand to the center of the mat. So a little bit to the center. Right arm. Inhale and exhale, go underneath your left arm. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, reach reach up. With your last exhale, come underneath your other arm and then breathe here. Keep breathing for 1, 2, 3. All right, come back up. Your right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, underneath. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, up. And last exhale, bring the shoulder all the way to the floor, the ear on the floor. And let's stay here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna warm up the wrists a little bit. So let's try moving our hands to the side and maybe play with it. Move this way. So this is gonna get you the maximum stretch in the wrist. So perhaps and then lean back a little bit as you can feel the tops of your wrist stretch. So just play with it. Keep breathing. Okay, so bring the hands forward, check it out. Both hands on the mat again and let's turn your right hand up and make a fist and then release. Make a fist. So the whole hand, the whole arm is extended, so the elbow is not bent. So you can feel all the stretch in your forearm. So keep making a fist and then releasing it. Okay, check it out. Next side. Forearm as we're preparing our hand and wrist for a few for poses that we're going to be spending some time on it, like downward dog. All right. Okay, check it out. And then come back, have your hands and knees. And then let's a little bit hover and then go back down. Hover and we'll go back down. Walk your hands forward a little bit, like maybe 1 foot, and then come into a plank position. So push through your heels to the back, all the way back, down, right. And then push through the back of your heels as if you're pushing to a wall behind you. And then lower your knee, just hover and back up. The floor and then back up, hover, back up. And from here, bend the knees and come. The knees are bent, you don't need to straighten them right away. What's important is that your spine is in a straight line. So this is my back. Look at my spine for a second. So you can see how my back is straight here. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. So once you can get this, you push your hips back and then maybe bring your heels down. To a downward. Knees, make some paddles, maybe twist to some sides and see how you're feeling. Bend your knees a little bit, and right. So now try to straighten your legs a little bit. That's it, you can stay here. So maybe further away from each other. Yes, now push. There you go. There you go. Bend your knees. There you go. And then maybe straighten your legs a little bit if you can. Okay. Okay, so we're in downward dog. Let's walk to the front of our mat. So inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward, knees bent. Inhale, hands to the shin. Straight back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, knees down to the floor and then belly. So you're now on your belly. So with an inhale, so your arms are right next to your ribs, your hands. So with an inhale, lift up the chest a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And remain there for 3, 2, 1. And then come up. Come to your hands and walk towards the front of your mat. Fold forward. Hands to shins. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to normal. This was one round and it was modified. So let's try to do it again with a little bit more modification. So inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, flat back. Hands to shins, flat back. Look at me. Flat back. Knees can be bent, perfectly fine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to plank. Now if you're practicing chaturanga, you can go all the way down from here. So this is chaturanga, you don't need bend the knees. Or you can have the knees on the floor and then lower all the way down. Exhale down. Up. Lift the knees up to upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And stay for 5 breaths in here. 5, 3, 2, there you go. So you want a straight spine. Alright. On downward dog. Bend the knees. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to knees. Okay, one more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shin. Flat back, hands to shin. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, and exhale, lower your method. So inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And stay here. 5. 3, 2, 1. So bend your knees, look forward, step, hop or jump to the front of your mat. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet back. Right. There you go. Stretch here. And maybe try to push into your heels a little bit, right? Okay. So from here, your downward dog, rise up your right leg all the way up. Don't open. Bend your knee, bring it forward to your nose. So then touch your nose. Exhale back up. Bring it to your left elbow. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale, bring it to your right elbow. Exhale up. And then with your hands, turn your left foot at 45 degrees. Drop your left foot on the floor. And then come all the way up to warrior one. So hands are fierce, they can be touching. If you go a little bit more back, it could be a back bend. Your right knee is bent right over your ankle and push through your heels and hold here for 5. This is warrior one, so it should be very fierce and solid. And at the same time, you're rising up through your chest, but your knees are bent, your left leg is straight. Now come all the way down. Downward dog. Knees down or chaturanga. Downward facing dog. So inhale. With your exhale, bring it down to your nose all the way forward. So move forward with it. Exhale up. Elbow. Exhale back up. Inhale to your left elbow. Exhale back up. So bring it all the way. Drop your right foot down. And then come all the way up to warrior one position. And gaze straight into the ceiling. And keep breathing. Don't forget to unhinge your jaw. And all of us sink into it a little bit more. There you go. Come all the way back. Down, bring out your hands on the floor. Knees up or child. So take a vinyasa. This is called a vinyasa. You take your own vinyasa. And then upward dog. And downward facing dog. So here, you can stay here in downward dog. Option 1. Option 2, you need to chill, take child's pose. Option 3, you want more of a challenge, take 10 dolphin push-ups. So if you want to do a dolphin push-up, this is how you do it. I guess nobody wants to do it. Next time, okay, you can all rest. Take child's pose. More breaths. 2. 1. So let's come back into downward dog again. From child pose, come back into downward dog. Let's watch me for a second. So come to your knees. So there are 2 ways you can lift your leg up. So it's a closed hip way, or you can open up your hip So this is how we do it in a closed space. So you can either have your hips open or closed. So when I say bring your leg up without opening the hip, so this is like straight up. See? Now there's another way you can open the hip, so you bring it back up, and this is open. And you don't collapse on your side. You're still very straight, but you're just opening the hip. So let's come to downward dog. Take an inhale. Rise up your left leg and open the hip. Exhale, bring it forward. Bring your right foot down to the floor on an angle. So right foot further. And then windmill back to warrior two. So gaze should be through your front fingers. Let's all sink down a little bit more into your left knee, chest up, and breathe for 3. Now let's take reverse warrior. So bring your left hand up and then bend back. 3, 2, 1. And then come forward again to warrior and stay here for a few breaths. 3, 2, 1. Gaze is forward. Gaze level. Gaze for turn right. And then so our knees, our front knee is bent. Let's straighten our legs. So both legs are straight. You have a block. So bring the block into so it is in your in front of you. So bring your hand onto the block and then rise up through your right arm into triangle position. Both legs are straight. Both legs are straight. Perfect. 3, 2. Grab it with your left hand and bring it forward. Place it in front of you. And then come into half moon pose. And stay here for 10 breaths. I know it's hard. It's hard. Try to have your focus on either on the floor. Flex your right leg. Flex it. So don't point your toes. Okay. Let's come back all the way down to warrior two. Step back into warrior two. And then windmill your arms down and come to plank. And take a vinyasa. So chaturanga or knees down. Just watch me. See if there's distance. I'm here. My head is not touching the floor, so I'm holding with this hand. My back is on the arms. Yes. So once you're like